Okay, good morning, everybody. So yesterday we got the push up towards the end of the day. So here's the 15-minute candles yesterday. Volume comes in right at the beginning, pushes it right. Then we sell off. We find support right about where we should. Grind back up, right, and then at the end of the day you get that straight up push. This is on the NQs, and you have the same thing here on the ESs, right? Where you get the push up. Let's take this back to 15, where you get the push up to start, pull back, right, test underneath, and then those two tests down. We're really doing a test off this bar over here, both of them. If I can draw it in here for you, it's probably a little cleaner. Let me get this color right. There we go. So this is that's actually a little bit farther down, but that's the bullish retest regenerate, right? So it tests into it all morning and then eventually comes out of it and regens higher. So, I don't see anything wrong with what's happening here. You just have to stay with this thing as hard as it is. ECB, of course, tomorrow. That's going to be the big news today. I expect this thing to try to grind higher. I just don't see anything to stop it. If I look over in the currency world, we're down on the euro. If you pull this back, you can see the big spike down overnight, but it's kind of grinding back up there. This was that grind higher yesterday. Pull it back a little bit farther, you can see the grind all day, right? Sells off overnight, little spike up, and then gives it all up. This is going nowhere today. Tomorrow is going to be when this one does whatever it's going to do. And it's the same thing on the yen. I sold out of mine yesterday. I'm selling out in the portfolio today. I think these spikes up tell us there's more danger here to the upside, right? This thing is traded way down here. I expect it's going to try to make its run back up to this bar. I can't even read those numbers. 0.00822. The numbers are crazy down here, but that's the place it's going to try to run back up to. I want to short it back up there somewhere versus be shorted here. Gold makes the big run yesterday. It's not going to do anything today. It's down 0.98. But if we pull this one back and look for the areas of value, it looks to me like right in here. So if I were looking at this, I would look at it this way and say, a retrace into this area is probably not a bad place to think about it. So anywhere in this area here is probably not a bad place to think about picking it up. And I'm talking about multi-day, not just today, because I think that's the way you need to be viewing that right now. And finally, let me go look and see what's happening. So big cap tech, Apple's down again. Nothing else is moving. Chips look strong again. And let me go look at the rest of the sectors over here. Just not much happening. So not much at all. I think today's going to be a flattish kind of a grind day probably, and with a bias to the upside. See you later.